Hello students, I am Jahir sir and welcome to the Jahir sir's math class. Today we are going to discuss about real numbers, first chapter of 10th class. Okay, real numbers. Before going to the chapter, let us recall the number system. Okay, what is first number system? First number system is natural numbers. What are the natural numbers? Natural numbers are nothing but counting numbers. When we count, we start from 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. That's why natural numbers are called counting numbers. So that natural numbers which are indicated with a capital N. And what are those numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. These are the natural numbers. If we add 0 to the natural numbers, then it becomes whole numbers. So whole numbers, these are indicated with a W. W indicated with a W, whole numbers. So when we add 0 to the natural numbers, same natural numbers are there again, 3, 4 and so on. These are the whole numbers. If we add negative of natural numbers to the whole numbers, then those are called integers. These are indicated with I or Z. What I said? If we add negative of natural numbers to the whole numbers, then this number set becomes integers. So first one 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. These are the whole numbers. When we add negative of natural numbers, negative numbers -1, -2, -3 and so on. When we add negative of natural numbers to the whole numbers, then this number set is called integers. One thing remember here, when you move right side, 0 is neither positive nor negative, and the right side of the 0, these numbers are positive numbers and negative numbers are on left side of the 0. When you move right side, the value increases. When you move left side, then value decreases. What it means? 0 is greater than -1, 0 is greater than -2, 0 is greater than -3 and for example -100 and -1. Which one is greater in these two? -1 is greater. Why? Because when we move left side, then value decreases. Yes, next number set, when we add fractions to the integers, then those number set is called rational numbers. Rational numbers are those numbers which are in the form of P by Q. P and Q are integers and Q does not equal to 0. This one is the definition of rational numbers. The numbers which are in P by Q form, those numbers are called, P and Q are integers, those numbers are called rational numbers. Is it understood? For example, these number set, already I told that fractions, when we add fraction to the integers, then that number set is called rational numbers. How can we write these numbers? 0 by 1, 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1, -1 by 1, -2 by 1, -3 by 1. That's why these all we can write in P by Q form. That's why these also fractions. Okay, now next number set is irrational numbers. What are irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are those numbers which are not in P by Q form. Numbers which are not in P by Q form. Not in P by Q form. Okay, these are irrational numbers, and rational numbers indicated with Q and irrational numbers indicated with Q dash. Why Q? Q means rational numbers, also known as quotient numbers. Quotient numbers. That's why those are called, those are indicated with Q. And then rational, combination of rational and irrational number. Combined of this rational is called real numbers. What are those real numbers? Real numbers are the combination of rational and irrational. Real numbers are combination of rational and irrational numbers. Means where together rational and irrational numbers, when we make one set, then that set is called real numbers. In real numbers, irrational numbers also there and rational numbers also there. Yes, let us draw the mind map for the number systems. Okay, first natural numbers, and then natural numbers indicated with n and along with a 0. These two combination of these two are called whole numbers. Whole numbers. Here natural numbers. Okay, now whole numbers together with the negative of natural numbers. Negative of natural numbers. This one is integers. Okay, these are integers. Now integers along with the fractions. Integers along with the fractions. Are P by Q form numbers. This one is rational numbers. Rational numbers. Now rational numbers and irrational numbers. Rational and irrational numbers. This one is called real numbers. This is the mind map of the number system. Okay, let us discuss about the rational numbers. Decimal expansion. Okay, rational numbers. Rational numbers, decimal expansion. Decimal expansion of rational numbers. According to this decimal expansion, rational numbers are two types are there. What are those? First, let us discuss about some examples. Okay, one example I will give here. Example 225 by 4. What is the decimal expansion of 225? So first we will divide with 225 with 4. 4 5s 20. 2, 5 down, next 4 6 24, 1.0, 4 2s 8, 2, 0, 4 5s 20. Now remainder is 0. This one is the answer, our answer 56.25. Okay, remainder is 0 here. Now other example 125 by 3. 125 divide with 3. 3 4s 12. 5 down. 3 1s 3. 2.0. 3 6 18. 2 0. 3 6 18. 2 0. 3 6 18. 2. And then remember that here remainder is 0, but here remainder repeated, and then here decimal number also repeated. So how can we write this one? 41.666 so on. It cannot end. It cannot end. That's why how can we write this one? 41.6 bar. Repeated part of decimal part under the bar. Now why we discuss here two examples. First one is remainder 0 means terminated, end that last decimal, but here never ends. Repeated term, repeated decimals comes there. So this type of fractions are called terminating decimals. Terminating decimals. This type of fractions means decimal expansion of rational numbers is called non-terminating. Non-terminating, repeating. Decimals. Is it what it means? Decimal rational numbers, decimal expansion or decimal expansion of rational numbers are two types. Those are terminating decimals or non-terminating repeating decimals. Now what about irrational numbers? Irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Irrational numbers which are not in P by Q form, those numbers are called irrational numbers. What about these decimal expansion of these irrational numbers? Rational numbers, terminating decimals or non-terminating repeating decimals. Then irrational numbers are non-terminating, non-terminating, non-repeating. Remember that, non-repeating decimals. What about this? Once again, rational numbers are terminating decimals or non-terminating means where remainder is not 0, then those are repeated terms, then those are repeating decimals, non-terminating, repeating. Here irrational numbers are non-terminating, non-repeating. What are the examples of irrational numbers? Rational numbers already we know. Then what are the irrational numbers? Examples. Examples of irrational numbers, nothing but the square root of non-perfect square numbers means root 2. 2 is not a square number. Root 3, root 5, root 7, root 8, root 10, root 11, root 12, root 13. These all are non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. When you find the value of all these, then decimal expansion of those these numbers are non-terminating, non-repeating decimals. Yes, one more topic in this chapter is division algorithm, division lemma. So many students confused here. What is algorithm? What is lemma? Okay, Euclid's division algorithm, Euclid's division lemma. What is the difference between this algorithm and a lemma? First of all, algorithm. I will explain that algorithm and lemma. What is the difference? I will explain. Yes, lemma. What is a lemma? Lemma is a proven statement used for proving another statement or question. Lemma means a statement which is already proven. By using that statement, if you prove some other question, other problem, other statement, then that statement which we use, that one is a lemma. Lemma means a statement already proven, means the definition. Okay. Now what is algorithm? Algorithm is a step-by-step procedure of problem solving is called algorithm. When you write step-by-step procedure of problem solving, that one is called algorithm. Overall, what is lemma? Lemma is a statement already proven. Algorithm is the step-by-step procedure of problem solving. Is it? Means this one is a statement, this one is the method of problem solving. Is it understood? Yes. Next step is division algorithm. Let us check what is the division algorithm. From the basics, from the elementary classes, we learn one thing. For example, 225. When you divide with 4, then 4 5s 20, 2, 5, 4, 6 24, 1. Then what we write here? Dividend is equal to, this one is this one is a dividend, this one is divisor, and this one is quotient, this one is remainder. So already we know that. So dividend is equal to what we write? Divisor into quotient plus remainder. This one is called a division algorithm. Okay, if we write these numbers, for example, dividend A, divisor B, quotient Q, remainder small r. When we write this one, this division algorithm, when we write in short form, A equal to BQ plus R. A means a dividend, B means a divisor, Q means a quotient, R means. Okay. By using this division algorithm, we made this Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma is nothing but division algorithm. Okay. Now, even given positive integers A and B, these two are A and B. Here also same A and B. There exists unique pair of integers satisfying A is equal to BQ plus R. R value is always greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. This condition is important here. This one and this one both are equal. No need to confuse again there. Okay. Here also Q means quotient, R means remainder. A means dividend, B means divisor. Is it understood?